Welcome to video 2D in our video training series. In this video we're going to show you how to use free subdomains that come with your Namecheap registry account. So let's log into our account at Namecheap, and we'll go over here to domains and find manage domains under my account. That'll bring up our list of domains. Now, when you purchase a domain here at Namecheap, it is automatically hosted here for purposes of forwarding and stuff, but you can also have your domain hosted somewhere else, and depending whether it's left here or hosted somewhere else, this menu on the left here will change depending on whether or not you have it hosted somewhere else. So let's go to BigOwlSecret.com, click on that. That's hosted here. And then we're able to manage things like URL forwarding and stuff. If we decided we wanted to buy hosting at HostGator or someplace, then we would go to Transfer DNS to Web Host here, and you click on that. And in these fields, you would fill in the DNS codes that the web host will tell you to fill in here. And then click Save Changes, and then your domain will point to that web host. Now, I'll show you how that looks if we have a domain that's hosted somewhere else. I'll go back to Manage Domains and pick this domain, 30daymentalcleanse.info. That's hosted somewhere else. I'll show you what that menu looks like. You see over here, the domain's hosted somewhere else, so we have the option of transferring the DNS back here. If we want it no longer to be hosted over there, we can just bring it back here, and then we can forward that domain, just like we did with BigOwlSecret.com. Now we can look at our DNS settings here by clicking Domain Name Server Setup, and I'll show you what those codes look like. These are what the codes look like for setting up when you point it to a web host. These are the codes that my web host gave me to enter in here, and you can change these if you want to point them to a different web host. Now I'm just going to show you how to do subdomains here with your free Namecheap account. Let's go back to BigOwlSecret.com. Now, what I love about Namecheap is it does URL forwarding with frames and stuff, and you can create subdomains, and all of that is at no additional cost. What we do is go down here to Host Management and click on All Host Records. Now, here you can see the forwarding that we set up in the earlier video for the main domain, BigOwlSecret.com. But down here in this area, we can create up to 5 subdomains at no additional cost. This is not unlimited like you do over when you have web hosting, but this is pretty good for no additional cost, up to 5 subdomains. To create a subdomain, we just click in this field here and type in the name of the subdomain we want. Let's say we're going to use Hope. So our subdomain, our full URL will become hope.bigowlsecret.com. Then over here in the address URL field, we just can paste in another tracking link. And then over here in the drop down, we can select URL frame like we did before. And there we go. Now all we have to do is scroll down here to where it says Save Changes and click Save Changes. And we're done. Now remember, it can take up to 48 hours for this new subdomain to propagate, and before people will see it. And there's one more thing we can do with these free subdomains and this free URL frame forwarding. Let's click on URL frame meta tags, and I'll show you what we can do. You can create meta tags that'll work with your URL frame. Even though your guests visiting your website don't see the frame, the search engines do see the frame, and you can put titles and keywords into the frame so that the search engine can find your frame and your replicated website. So we can either just manage one of these records, or we can manage all of them at once by clicking on the ones you want to manage, then just click Modify, Add More Tags, Meta Tags. Now in each of these fields you can put in a title that will show up in the tab of a website. It will also show up in the search engines as the title of your website. You can put in some keywords separated by commas to help people search for your page. And you can put in a description down here, and when the search engine lists your page, they'll see the title along with your description in the search results. When you have all these done, you can just click on Save Changes, and they're saved for you. And that's it. We'll see you on the next video where we'll actually get to play with some of the videos. See you there.